So here we have a drill press that I picked up. Oop, hold on. Let me get us back to where. A drill press that I picked up. Gave $300 for this thing. It's a Klausing. There's the model, serial, all that. I went to fire it up for the first time since I've had it. And basically, I don't know how much run out it had, but it was visible. So I'm guessing like quarter-inch. So, you know, it was like ridiculous. Okay, so I decided at that point in time to pull it apart and see what's going on. Was it a bent quill? I don't know. So I pulled it apart. Try to get the chuck off. Well, the chuck's on there a little weird. I guess it's quite common, but I never really pulled one apart, so I don't know. But what I did was I pulled the quill out, which was super simple. All I had to do was back off the adjustment on the tension for the lever and undo it and take off the limiter. I don't know if I'm using proper terminology. I don't care. They had a lot of run out. Dropped it out of there. After I could not, there was no way that chuck was coming off. And I've looked on YouTube, and apparently other people have had this problem as well. They had from drilling out the inside the chuck and putting it in a vise and beating the crap out of it, and I mean, and then there was some that they said they had troubles. Yeah, they didn't tell you how they did it. This is how I did mine. This is my story. Well, I tried the pink salt trick, and I tried the warm water at night. And don't mind the mess here, because I've always got stuff going on. But this is what I ended up doing. Okay, I took a bearing splitter. And, did I put them away already? I may have put them, I put them over here. And, what I did was, I had an old race from another bearing that I'd taken off before. And you can see it's underneath the bearing splitter. And then it wasn't enough, so I put two, right, put them in the right place. I put two quarter-inch key stocks underneath it. And that gave me the approximate height that I was looking for. And then I put the bearing splitter on. And I brought it to just under the chuck, but above the lock nut that you have to loosen up. Which, look, I got the lock nut to loosen up, no problem. It just buried itself into the chuck, and that's where we ended up here. But anyhow, I did that. I had a lot of pressure on it. I mean, I had it tight. I tapped it with, I didn't wail on it. I mean, let's face it. This is the hammer that I used, and I just tapped on it. And with the pressure on there, I figured that might release it. It did not. So, I took a torch. Not an oxy fuel torch, a propane torch, and I heated up the chuck. I didn't get it red hot. I mean, although it did kind of discolor it a little bit, it's still warm. But that's okay, because I probably will not reuse that chuck. I'll probably buy another chuck. But I had to get it off of the taper. Okay, I had to break that loose. And like I said, there are people drilling down drilling down the center, punching a hole, and then getting some sort of a drift pin and putting it in a vise and knocking it out. And it's like, yeah, that sounds like... I'll bet you I could reuse that chuck again. Will I? Probably not. I might. I don't know. I'll wait till it cools off, clean it up, see what it looks like. Go from there, make it just... You know... But... So I heated it up, and I'll tell you what, I only heated this portion of it right here. I didn't heat up that, but it heated up as well. So, I mean, heat transfers, it's hard to stop that. You could do it. I mean, there's a stuff, it's called heat dam. You could do it, but, you know, well, that's only in cases where you really, really want to save the part. I really didn't have that much. So after about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes of heating, I let it sit there and heat soak through and through. And I'll tell you what, you heard it pop. Even one of the keys fell out. I knew at that point in time, I own that bastard. But there we are. I gotta wait for it to cool down. And then I should be able to get that the rest of the way off. And then I can address the bearings that sound like crap inside the quill there. So, and once I do that, I'll get a number off the bearings, order them up, put new bearings in it. And then, I don't know, I may still use that chuck. I'm a cheap son of a... Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'll get a wire brush and polish it up a little bit. And you'll never even know, but you know what? You ain't getting it. It's staying here at the shop. And all it's got to do is hold a drill bit straight. I'd like to see it hold it straight. But, yeah. So, anyways, that's where that's at. I just figured I'd share that with you instead of, you know, drilling out and pounding in a vise. And the only reason it's in a vise right now is just to hold it. I mean, I don't have any real pressure on it. I just have enough to keep it from moving around. You don't want your thing flopping around everywhere. So, anyhow, that's that. I think I'm headed in the right direction now.